let's win this game. SKOL Vikings, honor your name. Go get that first down, then get a touchdown. Rock 'em, sock 'em, fight, 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 fight. Go Vikings, run up the score. You'll hear us yell for more. V-I-K-I-N-G-S. SKOL Vikings, let's go!
What's up, party people? It's T-Money here with episode 14 of Voices of Vikings podcast. As always, I've got my two favorite SKOL brothers with me. I got your boy D and Joey Two Hands. How's it going, guys?
We're great. It's almost Christmas. Best time of the year. Very excited.
What it do, baby? Sorry. Merry Christmas, baby!
Nice. Yeah, we are mere hours on the East Coast here. We're an hour and a half, 90 minutes from Christmas Eve, so looking forward to the holiday season. Santa's coming soon.
Santa!
I know him! I know him! Great flick. Watched that already twice so far. Probably pop that one on tonight as well. Gotta love Elf. Will Ferrell's the man. Anyways, probably a little bit hyped as well because we're riding a 2-game dub streak.
Yeah.
Gotta love it. Gotta love it. So, obviously, the Vikes Monday night beat the Bears 17-3 ultimately, but 17-9. They did that just so it was another one-score game so we can break the record for most one-score games in a season when we win the rest of our games by one score. Just because, I don't know, I can count that as exercise then when my heart rate hits 200 beats per minute at least once a week. So,
Thanks.
I'm basically a gym rat. So, cool. Well, we know how the game shook out. We know how the Vikes are doing. Divisions out of reach at this point. Stupid cheese. One in a nail biter. The Ravens went for 2 on like the last play. Good call, bad call. Who cares? They didn't get it. Packers end up winning that game. That puts them, I think, all the way up to first in the playoff picture and all that jazz. They clinched the division. Who cares? So, Vikes beating the Bears, though, was nice. That slid us up into 9th with a couple of the other games shaking out. The football team lost, those types of things. So we are 7th, which is nice. Win out from here, and we'll secure a playoff spot. So ultimately control our own destiny, which is a nice place to be. So, stole D's thunder. We know how they did, obviously. Lost to us. Sucker!
I was gonna use that whole thing and say, so I don't know if you heard, kind of like how, I don't know if anybody heard last week, was it? Cook wore a brace on his arm. I don't know if you guys heard that at all. So, same type of thing. I don't know if you guys heard, but the Vikings beat the Bears last week.
They did.
It was nice. It was fun.
Nice.
I had a good time.
Likewise. I tried to maintain a level of cool for that game, so I think I did well. The wife approved, so getting ready to become a dad here in a month or so. I was trying to just ease it up a little bit. If anyone's watched a game with me, they know that I could take it down a couple notches and still be considered a rowdy Vikings fan. So,
and cue the chair kicking video. Boom! I love that, dude. I love that. And it's this time of year because you were wearing like the stocking hat.
Yeah.
It was, beautiful. If you're tuning in, if you haven't seen that video, hit me up. D Briggs on whatever, I don't know. It's actually not my email at all, but just hit me up. I'll get you the video.
Send him smoke signals. The best part is, the part of that didn't even get captured on video is I kicked the chair later on in the game. I don't recall what happened because I was pretty trashed by that point.
Was it a Cook fumble?
Outside. The Cook fumble caused the chair kick, yeah, because you can still see it on the TV. But then after that, something else happened, and I went outside in a fit of rage and like bust open the door, go outside, slip on the ice, wham, land on my elbow, and then punch the ground as hard as I could because I was like, damn you, ground. How dare you be slippery? And of course, just jacked up my whole hand for punching the cement. So
I think that was still the Cook fumble. I think they cut to commercial after you kicked the chair because you saw
could be.
You saw the replay, kicked the chair because you knew it was a fumble. They cut back, called the reverse that it was a fumble. Then you stormed outside, and I think that's probably when that went down.
Yeah, all a blur because I believe I was waterboarded later that evening, so a lot of that night is a blur. So, anyways, moving on, talking about the present, the here, and the now. I think there's some good news coming out of Detroit about how their game shook out last week, huh?
Yeah, baby, we're no longer the laughing stock of the NFL.
Well,
the Lions did end up whooping the Cardinals, if I do say so, 30-12. Stafford, I think, had 2 touchdowns, almost 3. 3? Was it 3?
Goff. Stafford plays for the Rams now.
Jesus, what is wrong? Just can't get past that. We're watching the video now. Yeah, see, there's where you saw the replay.
I love it. I'm done now.
Touchdowns.
I'm done now.
Yeah.
But they got to puts them at 2-11-1. They got a chance to win 2 in a row. They're playing the Falcons, who are suspect as well. So it seems like they're kind of finding a formula. Obviously, way too late in the season.
Right.
But good for the Lions.
Yeah. Dan Campbell seems to have a lot of passion, so
I like him.
I can get behind that.
Yep.
Good for them.
A lot better than Matt Nagy.
For sure.
That dude can literally.
He's got to get control of his team, man. Holy
he can pound
cow.
sand. Literally.
He's just nagging on the sideline. That's where he gets his name. Just nagging the whole time. Nag.
He's such a little beach. B-E-A-C-H, just for the children here. He's a beach. He's like Florida Beach.
Yeah. Anyways, all right. Let's talk about the players that came out of that game. A little bit rough on the offensive side of the things. Defense showed up. We made plays. We won the game. But I think we had a few players that were, that earned some of these awards. So let's check out this week's dogs. What you got for us, D?
So for D's dogs, let me check D's notes. D says, talking the third person now, we're gonna give the offensive one to my boy, and I promise it's not biased. I have stuff to back it up. Jetta's Justin Jefferson. He only had 4 receptions, 47 yards, and a touchdown, which puts him at 89 receptions, 1,335 yards, and 9 touchdowns in the season. The reason I give him the dog of the week is because he's actually 21 yards away from breaking the NFL record previously held by OBJ for most receiving yards in the first 2 seasons, which the record right now by OBJ, like I stated, is 27.55. JJ has 27.35. So
let's go.
That's after that 47 in the last game. So find it very easy that he's gonna get 21 yards. So that's great to see that he set the rookie record last year with 1,400 yards. And so I mean he's just a beast. He's teaching Randy how to gritty. I mean, it just doesn't get better than this. Yeah. So, JJ, no. Defensively? Yeah. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, yeah, sorry. I got to find my time to chime in here because,
I go quick. Yeah. I'm just I'm there.
Firing him off. Got to throw out, he won the Media Man of the Year. Courtney Cronin gave him the award yesterday for just being the coolest to the media, which, I mean, just as a testament to he's a big shot, but he doesn't act like one. Mm-hmm. He wants to win. He wants to win for the team. He's there to play. So, and then, I missed, unfortunately, I was slinging pizzas. I'm a pizza chef now, Italiano, and missed him and Randy doing the gritty, but I got to see it on the internet after. Thank God for Bill Gates creating the internet, or Al Gore. So
one of them, they're all rich, so give it to them all.
Right.
But no, it was awesome, and I do agree. He is for being as good as he is a very stand-up guy. I watched a interview that I don't know what it's exactly called, something athletes, but it's with Ocho Cinco and Brandon Marshall, and they like interviewed certain people, and they had DK Metcalf and JJ there, and JJ in high school and college and everything came from a family that had a lot of money. Like, he didn't have to struggle for much. Like, he did have a lot of money, but he still stayed super humble and like wasn't like a super cocky guy or anything like that. Like, he's a very stand-up guy, even though he came from money. So like with these, deals and stuff, that's why I really like him, and I'm hoping he's gonna be one of those players like a Kendricks that would be willing to take less money to either get different people in or keep him on the team or keep other people or whatnot, because to him, he had stated money's not the reason he's here, and the reason he's here because he loves football, and he's gonna rub it into the Eagles for passing on him. Thanks, Doug Peterson.
Dougie. Yeah, what about defense?
Defensively, pretty simple here. There was one guy you saw all over Justin Fields sniffing out his cologne 3 times to be exact. Should have been 5, but 3 times. His name's Wicket. DJ Wanham. Little 8 combined tackles, 3 sacks, and 1 forced fumble. Puts him at 35 total tackles on the season, 21 of those being solos, 6 sacks, and 1 forced fumble, which I believe, if I'm correct, 6 sacks actually ties our leader, Danielle Hunter, now.
Correct.
So
yes, sir.
He's looking a lot like a Danielle Hunter out there. He's getting in quick. He's big. I mean, looking at him compared when he goes and puts his arms out, like those self-defense mechanism like that animals have when they go and try to get all big. I mean, when he gets big, there's no going around him. I mean, he is the field. So, huge game by him. Would love to see him continue that. He does great on that line with the pieces we've had missing. Love to see him just continue that rampage. So, wicket, DJ. Dog.
Yeah.
And then
the sack on the screen pass.
Oh yeah.
Man. Fields goes back and he's like, "Oh, I'm just gonna dump off a nice little screen pass," and Wanham's like, "Psych! There's a brick wall right here." And he's like, "Oh crap, what am I gonna do?" And he's like, "Doesn't matter, I'm gonna land in your lap."
Yeah.
Hello.
He literally tried to pump fake it, like tried to get it over there, and then like I think it was trying to be the throw, but they had to pump fake because DJ's right there, and he's like, "I'm gonna throw it right into his hands." He like went up, and I swear he's like, "Come here, boy," and just like just took him down.
Yeah.
Great to see.
Dude's got some crazy closing speed, too.
He does.
That one play we were talking about before the cast where he almost had a sack, but he forced the throw away and then pushed him out of bounds. You can see in that play, if you're looking at the defensive line on the left defensive end, he contains over on that side and then chases all the way down across the hashes to the other sideline. Yep. I mean, the length of the strides is just insane.
Yeah.
Unreal.
Good stuff.
So love to see it continue. And then honorable mention was a bit of a toss-up. We had a lot of very good defensive players. But for honorable mention, just because it's something we do around here, I'm going to give this week's to Amir Smith-Marset, rookie out of Iowa. Yeah. He only had the 1 reception for 7 yards. But he had his first career NFL touchdown, which is why I'm going to give him the dog. Because on the year, he's only got 2 receptions for 13 yards and that 1 touchdown. He's not playing a whole lot because with the weapons that we have, JJ, Thielen, KJ, any J, hit that for show.
Yay!
When you got stuff like that, he's not going to get that, playing time right now. But, Thielen out. You gotta, and them doubling JJ, can't always get it to KJ. So why not get him involved in there? And that play that they got him that touchdown was just a thing of beauty. They knew they were gonna double JJ. He does his little route because they were looking at him right away. 3 guys, technically, they said 2 only went because the other guy kind of backed away. But 3 of them focused their attention on JJ. Amir's just in the back like, hey, Kirk, right here.
Right.
And just walk in the park. So, he's got very good potential. Love to see more out of him. So, yeah, Amir, no.
Always love the dogs. Either way we can get them, but coming off a dub, you just gotta love that. So good stuff there. Bow wow. Well, onward to our middle segment. This week's keys to victory. I really put some time and effort into these bad boys this week. Slow week at work, so dug up some stats and realized, actually, full transparency, that's what I was kind of missing the last couple of weeks. People have been talking about, there's too many stats, that's boring. What do you listen to a sports podcast for if you don't want to hear the stats? You just want to hear us give our random predictions that are never right and don't really matter? I'm not Vegas. Nah. I'm going to do some research on the game. I'm going to watch some additional plays. I'm going to tell you what's coming up. I'm going to give you some statistics. So, stat-packed keys coming at you.
Pow!
Pow! Key number 1, battle in the trenches. This is going to be a dogfight, boys. Strap in, get your collars on. It's going to be a real battle right down on the offensive and defensive line. So, the key here, hold them under 3 sacks and get 3 ourselves. So, kind of a little two-parter there. But right now, we're first in the league in sacking that QB. We got 44 on the year, and they're 5th with 39. So we're both good at it. It's going to be who's good on Sunday, who gets to the QB on Sunday. With that, too, their O-line is 4th in sacks allowed with only 24, and we're 2nd with only 22. So both teams not giving up sacks, but they're real good at getting them. Something's got to give. Sounds like from the dogs, DJ Wanham, maybe that's going to be the key there. Last week, we got 3 sacks, and they gave up 4 sacks. This gets a little bit dicey. Last week, they got 3 sacks, so both defenses got 3 sacks, and both offenses gave up 4. Kind of interesting, the similarities in our offensive and defensive lines. So, going to be a big key this week, so keep your eyes on the big meat down in the trenches. Hopefully the Vikes come out on top. Number 2, a little bit shaky last couple of weeks without 18-19, but want us to get the air attack back on track. 275 plus passing yards, 2 touchdowns, and no INTs. Rams got a real good defense, both pass defense and rush defense, but they are on average not even allowing 100 yards on the ground. Obviously, we all know Cook on the COVID list. Does he play? Doesn't he play? Who knows? Either way, the last time that we played the Rams, Kirk Cousins was our leading rusher. So we're going to have to get it up in the air. We're going to have to find people to throw to. So hopefully we can get Adam Thielen back. He was feeling good. He went out there and tested things on Monday. Should have a whole week of practice. He's just been limited this week, so hopefully we can see him out there. But also threw in, Madison's proven he can catch the ball out of the backfield. Earlier in the season against the Lions, he had that catch right out of the backfield, crashed into a couple dudes, spun around, got a touchdown. So could definitely work him into that pass game too. Run out of breath here. Too chubby for this.
Wait, hold on.
Different kind of breathing. So, they're also 16th this year in passing yards allowed. So they're allowing 238 per game. So should be able to find some room there.
Right. One thing I'd like to add on that too is, like you stated with their defense. The defense obviously is very good. Big name people. They just acquired Von Miller this season. Aaron Donald has always been a great, one of the best defensive linemen. And then Jalen Ramsey is up there too. You can guarantee they're going to throw Ramsey on JJ. 100%. But I still think JJ is going to take him to town. And I think it's needed to really just attack them. They're going to, a lot of people are scared of him, so they try to change stuff. I don't think we need to change anything. I think we just need to go at them and give it to them. They're not going to be ready for it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Cool. Well, last key here, classic key, becoming a phrase of mine, a motto, if you will. Bend, don't break. This is where I did a lot of research. So I want us to hold them under 5 or less big, I'm doing bunny ears, big plays. So as I was digging through, big play defined as a run over 10 yards or a pass over 16. This gets a little bit deep, but this was fun looking at this because it's another thing where we kind of both good at it, both allowing it a lot on defense. So it's really going to come down to who does it better on Sunday. So this year, they're 10th in big plays with 105 big plays, so 7.5 a game. So they like to get the deep shots. They like to make things happen quickly. Cool thing that I saw here was we're 5th. I did not see that coming. I know we like to check it down a lot, but 118 big plays on the year, so 8.5 a game. I think that's going to be key here. Let's get a couple deep shots where we do connect to KJ, or maybe they do let JJ loose. There's going to be spots to find them. We just got to make sure we exploit it. And then giving up big plays. This is where there was a little bit of disparity. We're 24th. We've given up 102 big plays on the year, 7.5 a game. So we'll have to find a way to contain them. That's where that bend don't break comes in. Let's make sure that we hold them down to standard plays, 3, 4, 5 yards type thing. Because they're only 4th in giving up big plays. So it's going to be real hard to find that space. If we hold them under 5 or less, that'd be best in the NFL. Just for reference on where that stat sits. Cardinals right now are at 4.9 big plays per game. So a little bit of depth stats there, but I was actually kind of doing some research this week on some things. The next thing I got to, and it's kind of crazy. There's like a few groupings of statistics, and everyone produces the same stats. It was really hard to find like that next layer of statistics. You can see how many yards they give up. You can see how many this, that, the other thing, whatever. But you get down into the intricacies, it was kind of hard to find anything. The other one that I did my own personal digging on, so these are fresh stats. You're getting only here, Voices of Vikings. Turnovers. I was talking to Sean, my brother, when he was here last weekend. We got 3 turnovers last week, Monday night. 3 points off all 3 turnovers. That's terrible. What are we doing? We got to figure that out. So I did some digging. We've forced 19 turnovers on the season. We've gotten 44 points after the turnovers. That's 2.3 points per turnover. So if we get an interception or if we recover a fumble, odds are we're not even getting a field goal. That's going to be key.
So what you're saying is that the turnovers that we've forced don't matter.
The ones that we've got.
We're really good at it.
Right.
But we're not good at doing anything with it.
Capitalize.
It's almost like it startles the offense out there.
It's crazy.
It's like
on the count of 3.
Gotta find out.
Say your favorite velocity. Favorite velocity. I'm down. Anyway, carry on.
What's your favorite dinosaur? Velociraptor.
We just said capitalize at the exact same time, so I figured it was only fitting because Joe was like, so you're saying we don't, go finish them or whatever, and me and you were both just like capitalize. I was like,
boom.
Did we just become best friends?
Yep. Yeah, so I thought that was kind of interesting. Obviously not a shining light, but this week I think maybe that is where we turned it around. I think Stafford does like to push the ball into tight windows. I'd like to see us get a couple picks. PA, our idol, Paul Allen, called for Harrison Smith to get his first ever fumble recovery return for a touchdown. I'm down for all that. We're going to get a couple turnovers. The defense is going to find a way to get the ball. Offense needs to come out, and that's when we hit JJ. 85 yards.
Harry's never had a fumble recovery for a touchdown?
Never. 4 pick sixes, 0 fumble recoveries for a touchdown until Sunday.
Interesting.
I'll piggyback with Paul Allen anytime. So, getting lengthy.
I wonder what
I like it.
The other side of the coin looks like there. I wonder how many times we've turned it over and for how many points those turnovers have gone for the opposing offense.
That's a good thought, because I honestly thought the same thing, too. Like, it's not working for us, but if we do a turnover, are we stopping them?
Yeah, I'm just curious how the defense responds to turnover. Obviously, the offense doesn't do anything, but I wonder if the defense at least can show up and help. But
homework for you, T. I want it sent in tomorrow by midnight.
Son of a. I do know that at least in favor of that, we're +7 in turnovers. So we do get more turnovers than we do give up. So even if, that, I bet we still have scored more off the turnovers than we've given up type of thing. But I know the defense, has come up big in some of those situations. I can recall a few right offhand. So anyways, those are the keys. So 3 easy steps. Capitalize off a few turnovers. Let's get to 8-7. San Francisco is going to lose to the Titans tonight. Last I saw was third quarter. It was 10-10. Let's see how fast my phone responds.
17-17, 2:20 left in the fourth.
Boom. Joe's got that iPhone. Speedy. So hopefully the Niners lose that one. We'll slide up. We'll be tied with them. They have the tiebreaker, but it's always just good to see those teams around. You take the L, and then we're going to go beat the Rams, and it's all gravy. So let's get to into the 2 hands players to watch. I said 2 like 6 times right there.
We can dance, everybody look at your hands.
You should only say it twice.
Oof. I said it too many times.
There it is.
Let's get to the 2 hands. Wait,
We will keep this one short. Not because I'm worried about time or anything, but I feel like we've talked about them a little bit, but I'll give some more information on why I think these are going to be the players to watch. So we'll jump right into the offensive. It's going to be Justin Jefferson. I know we've said it a couple of times. We've chosen him. Tyler kind of talked about his press conference award. It's called the Corey Stringer Award. Corey Stringer Good Guy Award.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so that was kind of cool to see that press conference. He was just giving all the love right back to the press, the media, and like, well, now we got to pause so everyone can wipe their tears away. So
yeah,
it's just a good dude, which is someone that you always want on your team. Mm-hmm. But in that same press conference, he just wouldn't stop talking about going against Jalen Ramsey. He's PFF, take that, the Pro Football Reference or whatever, Pro Football Focus. Take that as you will. There's a lot of statistical crap in there, whatever. Mm-hmm. But he's ranked second. I think he's the best cornerback in the league, especially man-to-man. Put him on an island and it just doesn't work well for the offense.
Right.
So he said has had this game circled on a physical calendar with a big red circle on the date, focusing on this game. He said it's going to be a statement game. He's going to come out and show the league that he is the best wide receiver in the NFL.
Yes, sir.
So I don't know how you can't watch him this game. I don't know how you couldn't have watched him any other games. He's just an exciting player to watch. So keep 2 hands.
Kid Dynamite.
Yeah, keep 2 hands on him.
Good luck, Jalen. Good luck.
Good luck. Hey. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a fun matchup.
Yes, sir.
This next player on defense here, actually in that same press conference, he was talking about Patrick Peterson. I might as well just get the doubt out there. He also has a podcast. I don't know if you've ever listened to it before. It's pretty cool. It's pretty chill. It's laid back. Justin Jefferson has been on it a handful of times. But we'll jump into why he is a player on the defensive side of the ball to watch. Strictly Matt Stafford is the whole reason, and Cooper Kupp. Patrick Peterson is good. He's very good. So is Cooper Kupp. It's going to be a tough matchup there as well. He just set the Rams record for most receptions in a season. He's on pace for setting the single season receiving record. If he continues what he does, I mean, he has to have like 136 yards a game the last 3 games here. So yeah, it's possible. And the extra game helps there, right? They're playing 17.
Right.
They're pass heavy. They love to throw the ball. Patrick Peterson is going to have to really step up and kind of be that mentor role, for like Chris Boyd, Cam Dantzler, with Breeland gone. Look for him to kind of control that defensive backfield, and kind of try to stop that passing game. It's going to be a shootout. It's going to be a shootout, no doubt about it.
For sure.
Hopefully we can make that, one extra play that can turn the game around.
Oh yeah.
So
sure will.
Justin Jefferson, Patrick Peterson. Yeah, go ahead.
Love it. No, I was just gonna say the Vikes do well personally, and maybe a little bit of speculation here, but against teams number one wideout consistently over the years. We don't usually give up those games where Devontae Adams has 2 touchdowns and 170 yards like that. Even him, they're gonna get theirs for sure. That's JJ's gonna get his. He's gonna have 50 yards and a touchdown minimum. Like that's gonna happen. If they can get more than that, and if the defense can hold Cup to that or less, bend don't break. That's winning. So I hope P2 plays a lot of press. Get up in his face. I know Cooper Kupp likes space, so get up in his space. Let's have like Harrison Smith maybe just constantly bracket over the top or something.
Yeah.
Hold him down.
Hell yeah. Like I said, press is going to be great. Watching the winning formula, they love those quick under routes. The yards after catches where they're big. If you can disrupt those plays and not allow them to get, the ball out quick to Cup, get the press coverage on, I think we'll have no problem shutting them down.
Which one person that I personally did like last week that stepped up in that said press type of thing with the screen passes, the short checkdowns, whatnot, Cameron Dantzler. I think he does a good job. I mean, that pop out he had on Fields, he came barreling in and knew to hit right on the ball. He was in there like swimwear for a lot of those small checkdowns. He does a good job on press when they allow him to press. So I think he will also come up big in that. I think all of them need to run a lot of press. And I think that'll help a lot.
Learn from the best, because Darnell Mooney is no snub for the Bears. And granted, we had lots of pressure, but you didn't see Patrick Peterson having to make any of those plays because they didn't even look that way.
Nope.
They didn't even look over there, but there were a couple even on tight ends and things like that where he crashed and made some plays. So looking forward to him coming into his own, coming off that injury, rocking and rolling. So
yes, sir.
Cool. Let's rip some score predictions. Let's check in on those man-bear pigs. Hopefully everyone's healthy. COVID's been running rampant in the chill, so we'll get through all that and get out of here. Score predictions, I didn't even write mine down yet. Been spending too much time looking into the statistics, but obviously I've got Vikes. I'm not going to go with anything other than a 2-score game because I feel like God or Roger Goodell or someone allowed the Bears to score at the end so that it was a 1-score game, because we're going to break the record for 21-score games in one single season. So it is going to be by 1 score. I don't think it's going to come down to the end, though. I think we're going to have it. I think we're going to score a touchdown. We're going to get a stop and run 3-4 minutes off the clock. I know that might sound surprising, but Matt's going to get us a couple big first downs. So, score, it's going to be decent, high scoring. Maybe a little bit obscure because some things are going to happen. This is the longest prediction in the history of mankind. 32-29. Vikes.
I like it. Mine's pretty similar. I do think it'll be very close. I do think it's going to be the same thing. One score game. But I do agree it is going to be a shootout. I'm going 34-28. Vikes.
Sick. 2 hands.
Oh, that's
see
me.
it coming across my screen here.
Okay, see it? It's on there.
Yeah.
We're all kind of saying the same thing. It's going to be a shootout. It's going to be high scoring. I think the Vikes are going to have it 35-31.
Nice.
I think that the Rams, are going to get a couple garbage time. We're going to be up by a lot, but I think it's going to come down to the 1 score in quotation marks.
Right.
I think we're destined. We're Minnesota sports.
Mm-hmm.
Just sounds like a Minnesota sports stat to have.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we're
Like
destined.
I said, it's so that I can get my workout in for the week. My heart rate hits 200. It balances out. So when I go to the doctor and I hand them my Fitbit, because I'm so fit, I wear a Fitbit, hand them that thing, and they're like, wow, your average heart rate is amazing. Little do they know, I sit on my butt all day and then have a heart attack on Sunday for 3 hours.
Good stuff.
Doctor's orders. Anyways, that's it for the Vikes. What do we got for those pigs?
We'll make this quick. It's been kind of sad as of late, just in NHL in general. The Wild are currently on a 4-game losing streak. It's the first time under the newer-ish, a couple of years here. Coach Dean Evison, first time they've dropped 4 in a row. A couple of those, I think one was an overtime, one was a shootout loss, so got a couple of points at least out of some of those games. The big issues are some injuries, a little smaller, but the big one is COVID. It's just destroying the NHL right now. The Wild have had like the last 6 games postponed. There were supposed to be like 8 games yesterday. I think 1 played. The rest were postponed. Today, every game was postponed. Tomorrow, every game is postponed. I think the next time the NHL is planning on playing is like the 27th. I think they're taking a little more precautions with the Wild because they do play in the Winter Classic on New Year's Day. That's a big revenue drive for the NHL. But last I saw, over 100 players in the NHL are in COVID protocol.
Gee.
When you think there's like 15 players, 16, whatever it is, on a current team that come to games, it's a hell of a lot of players in protocol. So, their NHL is just looking, it's bleak.
Yeah, damn. Well, hopefully after the Vikes slide up to 8-7 next week, we'll be talking about that. We'll be talking about a sweet matchup against some stanky cheese, and we'll have some better news about our brothers on the ice in the Minnesota Wild. So keep us posted there, 2 hands.
Oh, I will.
Yeah. Cool. Well, we did it. I have to get to bed. Christmas Eve is right around the corner, 45 minutes away in the future here on the East Coast. So I'm going to go get tucked in. I'm going to spend my day tomorrow making some beer can chickens, maybe making some weed cookies for Santa Claus. Santa Claus. Whoever's got the biggest beard is Santa, right?
Santa!
Just want to chirp in real quick, say the 49ers have lost to the Tennessee Titans 20-17.
Nice. Starting this Christmas season off right, baby. Cool.
There are 4 seconds left, so if shit comes back to bite me, you didn't hear from me.
Cool. Plus, we work under an alias, so no one knows who you are, so they wouldn't be able to figure it out anyways. Right.
I think everyone that currently listens to this podcast knows me personally.
Intimately. Cool. Well, before I say something that gets me into hot water, I want to be able to enjoy my Christmas vacation. Let's wrap this bad boy up. Let's march on into week 15 of the NFL season. Let's get this 8th win of the season. And I hope you guys have a very Merry Christmas. And as always,
SKOL
Vikes.
Vikes.